Hello, folks. It's Mike Newmeyer Show, and new messages, old messages, new messages, important messages. And my message today, I'm going to call it to prepare. How are we going to prepare for what's coming? And I'm talking about inflation, recession. If we're not in a recession now, I don't think I've ever seen a recession. I feel confident, that's the wrong word, I know, that we are definitely in an inflationary time, in a recession, and that it'll be around for some time based on everything that's going on. I want to talk about the things we can do to prepare for what's happening and what's going to happen. Okay? First of all, do you have emergency dollars that are available to you? Do you have it? How much should it be? I'll give you an idea if you give me a call. It depends on your circumstances, but you absolutely should have emergency dollars. If you've always had emergency dollars, think about increasing those. So the more liabilities you have, the more issues you've got, the more emergency money you ought to have available. So, give me a call. I'll be happy to help you with that on the telephone. Okay. Food shortages, we talked about that before. Every day I go to the store and I see more and more food shortages. So you've got to be ready for that. They're talking about food shortages all over the world. It's not just here. We're the lucky ones. We'll probably be the last ones to really feel the difference. But what you want to do is store food. Be prepared. The more you buy now, the less expensive you'll pay because inflation is rolling forward. Gasoline shortage, definitely coming. Think about minimizing your car usage and so forth. Absolutely coming. You can see it at the pumps now. It's going to get worse. We're at about 10% inflation in food and gasoline and necessary things like that. So yeah, you got to be prepared for all these things. As far as the market is concerned, crypto is not good news. That was supposed to be a stability place to put money in the event that the dollar had problems. It's not proving to be that at all. I go by what Warren Buffett has said. Okay, he doesn't understand it, and he's staying away from it. He thinks it's junk, and unfortunately, I think it's proving itself to be exactly that. So, if you haven't gotten into crypto, don't go in. If you're in it, get out. A lot of people are getting out, and that's why it's been coming down. So, not a great idea. It's not going to provide you a lifetime income. It's not going to provide you a security. It's not a good thing for young people or old people. If there's any group that can put up with it for a while, it's the young people because they're not going to maybe need the money as quickly. Although I'm beginning to think that everybody is going to need more money in the short term than they ever anticipated. Employment's not guaranteed. We have an unemployment rate that's very low, but we have a lot of people that have chosen not to work. So the real unemployment number is the participation rate, and that's about 70%, less than 70%, meaning that you got 35% of people who could work, that have worked are not working. So that's a much bigger unemployment number if you think of it that way. When people make up their mind they have to work, then you're going to have real competition for jobs. Don't lose your job, save your money. Very important. As far as the market's concerned in general, if you've got money in 401ks, 403bs, things like that, move it into the safe money there, whether it's stable value or money market, not money market mutual funds, just plain old money market. If you're under 40 and you think you want to take more risk, that's a different story. If you're over 40, heading in the direction of retirement in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I should say over 50 in that regard, okay, then it's high time to start becoming more conservative. So be very careful and thoughtful about how you allocate within those plans. If you're one of those people that doesn't look at the statements, you could be, you could have a really negative experience, a negative surprise. So you got to start looking at them. If you want advice, talk to people who can give you advice. Companies are supposed to provide a financial advisor once a year on site. Very, very few of them do. Okay, so if you want help, ask for help. Open a safe money account. Safe money accounts, that means you can't lose money. Those are the kind of things we do. We roll over money from 401ks, etc., into safe money accounts where you can't lose money, you never lose money, and provides lifetime income when it's time for lifetime income. Meanwhile, it grows very, very nicely. Some of these accounts are guaranteed to grow at a rate of 6% in the income values that are based. That's going to determine what you're going to get for income when you start the income on those products. Okay, I'll explain more. Love to meet with you. Give me a call. What about taxes? You think they're going down? They're not going down. The fact is that inflation is a form of taxes. The more the federal government spends money, the more we print money, the less the money is worth. That's why we get inflation. Okay, so that's what's going on. So we've already got 10%. That's like a 10% tax increase for the people, for all of us. That means everybody that's buying something is experiencing inflation. And if the less money you have, the worse it is for you, right? The worse it is for you. All right, and so we got 10% now, and we're going to have more. And the federal government they want to raise taxes. Besides all of that, they want to raise taxes. They think that raising corporate taxes is the answer. They raise corporate tax. Who do you think is going to pay for that? When those goods that are produced by those corporations get to retail, you and I are going to pay that increase in tax. It makes no sense at all. Anyway, you want help? You want to talk about these things? You want some more ideas? These are just a few. Please call me. I'd love to help you.